A few days later.
What kind of important session could it be?
Saint Yune was in an unusually bad mood. He was grumbling, but eating his breakfast heartily.
Curse the delegates. Who do they think they are, summoning me so early in the morning?
I think they only want you to attend because it's important. Good luck! Wonder why he's grumpy. I mean, maybe it's the pain getting to him. He's like, I just remembered, pain sucks. Bleh. I mean, he wants us to, like, be ourselves and still be sworn to our duty and things like that, so I think Cyrus would just be like, as your attendant, I must instruct you to attend to your thing. Like, this is just kind of like, well, it sucks, but good luck. This is being very polite about it. This is getting... I know we're, like, in a relationship now, and we had the nice, like, hold his cheek thing. I don't know if we're here yet, though. I'm gonna go with please attend. Nice, okay. He liked us sticking to the status quo. That is not what I wanted. I wanted the status quo. Ooh! Alright. Well, that might have been our last choice. Or at least very close to last choice. Please attend.
Are you thinking I might skip? I'm still the saint, even if I'm not a good one. I show up when I have to.
Then please don't complain.
I can complain to you because it's you. It means I trust you. They asked me to go alone, so you have that time to yourself. Let's meet somewhere afterwards.
Well, that's highly suspect. Where could we meet? How about the chapel?
Huh, that's good. I love how that place calms me down. But I love you even more than the...
What? Saint Yune.
It's alright. It's the same pain as always. This always happens when I try to show off. It's a bit annoying.
He looked at the mirror, donned his hat, and adjusted his clothes.
I'll make it through the session knowing that you're waiting for me. Bye.
Goodbye. See you later. Aw, he's so sweet. Is he going to be okay? I just don't know, girl. Saint Yune's chest pain was growing worse, which was intentional, of course. I also think that he's eating less, but I'm not sure. Perhaps this was a good development, given our ultimate goal, but I didn't feel good looking at it. It must be painful. I looked towards the balcony. The sky was clear and blue. It was a wonderful day. I guess I'll take a walk. Try not to be killed along the way. I suppose I'll go into the town and buy candy. Saint Yune's mood was bound to improve upon seeing a mountain of candy. He'd be upset at me for treating him like a child. Ah, I knew you were gonna... I was like, oh no, if we're meeting in the chapel, last time that happened, I kind of got stabbed by this guy. No, no, you can't just show up at the very end, like, hey yo, I know you've been here for like a month now, and I haven't talked to you since, but hey, you want to go on a date? Also known as I stab you and finish the job. Ugh. Alright, well, we all knew this was highly suspect, that they're like, oh yes, we only want the saint to attend today. I know that your attendant has been with you every waking moment the last month, but if today you could just come by yourself, that would be great. Not suspicious.
Hey, Cyrus. There you are.
Lord Fitzgerald, long time no see. I stopped and bowed. It really has been a while. Yeah. Like, when you guys were still engaged a while. The last time I'd met him, I'd still been a police officer. That reminds me, I still don't know why the engagement was called off. I said to my mother back then that I would look into it. But I was never interested in the engagement. Now that my parents are gone, there's no need to look into it. Damn, won't even do it as like a final favor to your dead mother. I can respect that, though. I mean, you're like, well, moving on with my life, Mom. I raised my head again. Is there anything you need?
Yes. We can't talk about it here, though.
Lord Fitzgerald looked around and whispered into my ear.
We found your parents' murderer.
Really?
Yes, we're certain. We can't talk about it here. We need to move to a more private location. Let's go to the chapel and talk there.
Gladly. Right, well, I mean, we maxed out affection with our boy, so hopefully he'll smell a rat and come save us, maybe? I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna work out. The killer has been found. Finally, the truth was going to be laid bare. And what happens then? What was going to happen to St. Yune's and my agreement? What about our relationship? Were we going to abandon that plan?
What is it? Let's go.
Yes. First, I need to get the murders cleared up. Then I can worry about St. Yune. Who had killed my parents and subjected me to so much injustice? Nervously, I followed Lord Fitzgerald. Well, here we go. Good luck, everybody.
Good. There's nobody here.
Lord Fitzgerald walked to the center and turned around towards me. I walked up to him and stopped. Lord Fitzgerald, who's the murderer? Who killed my parents?
Do you remember this knife?
You mean the knife that's in my stomach now? It looks kind of familiar. Lord Fitzgerald held me by the shoulder and plunged the knife into my stomach. Smiling, he whispered into my ear.
I killed your parents myself.
But why?
I don't know, honestly. We're both just pawns.
Hans? Lord Fitzgerald nodded and pushed me away.
Bye-bye, poor Cyrus.
No, but he... Lord Fitzgerald, why? Why? That menu that came zooming in from the corner, I'm like, oh, we're switching, aren't we? Okay, so I actually got stabbed. Yune did not come and, like, use this super godstone to save me. So, there's that menu I saw popping out. I wonder why it does that. That's so weird. Okay.
What could this important session be about? I'd been the sovereign for 400 years. They had happened before. One time, a virus outbreak had affected the farms. Another time, there had been a problem with the population control. My presence was only required during times of emergency. But these things are fairly rare. They generally happened once every 20 years or so. Most matters of state didn't require my opinion. The others took care of it. I hope this is nothing serious. I waited for the assembly to go into session.
Are you clapping? Is that what you're doing, Warner?
Well then, I will open this emergency session now. The tension immediately rose in the room. I could tell from their tense reaction that nothing good was about to be discussed. The topic today is His Holiness. His betrayal of us. Betrayal? Yes. You are our saint, our sovereign, and yet you have fallen in love with that woman.
How did you figure that out so quick?
You are the priest, We need your benevolence and nobility, but you have given yourself to this foolish romance. It is a betrayal of the people. Besides, love outside of the partner assigned to you is a grave crime in our country. The Assembly chooses to indict you.
Damn, very bold.
Indict, huh? I was faced with a serious situation, but due to either my personality or my age, I felt perfectly calm. Lord Warner seems rather proud of himself, but I expected this to happen. I was a rational, scientific man who looked at the world as numerical patterns. Nothing ever succeeded 100% of the time, and nothing ever failed 100% of the time. Even in the best system, something eventually fails and breaks down, and even the worst system produces good results sometimes.
This is true. Look at the hounds. We got a Gooden and Inez down there, and a couple of the people in the hounds are also good. And then up here, got the quote-unquote best system, but it is eventually failing and breaking down after all this time.
I didn't expect this to stay a secret forever. If anything, I'm surprised it took so long. Besides, we're in a relationship, but it's not like we've done much yet. And yet Warner is making a big deal out of this. What's so funny? Oh, it's just funny that you guys are much more human than I am biologically, and yet you're the ones trying to deny love. You? Are you admitting to your crime? Sure. If you wish to call this feeling a sin, then I will admit it. The men criticized me, their gaze full of anger and pity. I had no allies there, but something gave me comfort. The cage was unlocked. I could take flight and leave. Now, YUNE Sekie, you will be more human than anybody here.
It's not like y'all can kill me yet.
This is a good opportunity to teach you something. Love is the basis for humanity. Love is the basis of our feelings, deeds, and the foundation of society. That includes this country here, of which you are the chief administrators. But in this country, love is regulated and sometimes punished as a crime. When this country was founded after the flood by me and your ancestors, we introduced the first laws in a great hurry. The first law was population control. We needed friends with which to build this country. We needed to guarantee that we would multiply. We couldn't guarantee that the population would grow as it needed to if we left romance, marriage, and childbirth up to the people. Our young state needed strong and immediate growth, we thought. And so we outlawed unregulated romance and gave the state power over family matters. The government paired up men and women to procreate like cattle. The pairings emphasized efficiency and ignored the feelings of the individual. Nobody opposed the inhumanity in this law because we knew that our young state needed to grow. Now, centuries later, we still have this ancient law, shackling the people, and they accept it. Our technology has advanced, and I question the necessity of this law. As I said before, it is love which makes us human. I'm not trying to avoid my punishment. I was one of those who made this evil law, and I allowed it to exist until now. I need to pay the price for that. And out of my love for you, I will forgive your punishment of me for love. I will accept whatever fate you assign me. The saint insists on espousing the criminal ideology of love. I suppose abominations must remain abominations.
Damn. Tell us how you really feel, Warner.
No. You are no longer a saint.
You are a criminal, the greatest of them all!
Yes, I'm not a saint. They made me a saint because the country needed it. It's a sham. I ask that you make me the last person to be punished for their love. Thanks for everything. Goodbye.
Yune Sekie, for the crime of unsanctioned love, we sentence you to exile in the depths!
The gears were set in motion as soon as my guilt was decided. I was sent to the depths within the day.
Wait! Did my girl die? Hold on! Yune, are you not gonna ask what happened to Cyrus? Oh no! Oh no, this is... Okay. No, but... I have so many questions. Like, obviously, I assume Fitzgerald was trying to kill her, right? So is she dead now? It's not like they would have sent her stabbed to Glissade, I assume, right? But they wouldn't have kept her alive up here either, right? Oh my goodness, I have so many questions. Where is this going? I was kind of hoping, low-key, that Cyrus and Yune would be sent to the depths and they would go live in Libralitas, because I felt like that would be a good ending for them, to just get away from the heights and all its nonsense. Because Yune seemed so happy in Libralitas, and he can kind of reconnect with the last of the fairies down there slowly, very, very slowly chip away at that boy. But now I'm just like, what are we doing?
I was alone in the lift as a form of punishment. That seemed rather cruel to me, but I didn't object. For centuries, I had lived in the heights only to be evicted unceremoniously. The lift seemed unusually large with only me in it. I wasn't sure why that was at first, but then I understood. Cyrus, you're not here with me. I said her name, but as expected, nothing happened. I wonder what happened to her. I was being punished. Perhaps she was being punished as well. I didn't do right by her, huh? No, I didn't. I tried to use her, thinking she was a murderer. I thought that she was just going to die anyway if she was sent to the depths. And if she couldn't manage to kill me, then a miracle would have killed her with nobody to weep for her. Or so I thought. Oh man. Why is it that I can cry now of all times? I had no mirror, nothing to see myself in, but I could feel tears running down my cheeks. They were warm, and no amount of wiping them away could make it stop. I cried so much that I had to wonder whether my mind had broken down.
Well, I imagine, like, all the repressed feelings from the last few hundred years has, finally caught up to you, sir. Missing Cyrus may have been the trigger, but I feel like you're getting a lot of stuff out at this point.
Even when I had to part with Arson Climb, I didn't cry. I couldn't cry. I thought that feelings like that had disappeared after becoming immortal. My chest hurts. It's hard to breathe. Every beat was accompanied by a stabbing pain that shook my body. I wanted to die, would have accepted it, but my body refused it. It clung to life. I thought I'd be able to die if I just fell in love, so that's what I did, but... the plan failed, and I'm still alive. But I still love you. What now? I should have done so much more for you. I want to see you smile. I want you to be happy. And yet, I ruined your future with what I did. All I thought about was becoming human. I'm so sorry, Cyrus.
Yune, you foolish child.
Sekie. Wow. Didn't think I'd see you again.
Why?
Because I refused your love, Sekie. You saved me and I pushed you away. I thought you'd turn your back on me.
My love doesn't expire so easily. I am inside you. I am still, for now, with you. But
Are you leaving?
yes, the more you think about her, the smaller my territory in your heart becomes. My strength weakens, and eventually I will disappear.
I see. And then I can finally die.
Does that make you happy?
Yes, very. But I'll miss being in love, so there's that. I don't like that I'll die without knowing what happened to her. I know it's selfish. I blackmailed her into killing me, and now I'm worried what happened to her. I'm older than anybody, and yet I'm such a child.
Yes. But that's what it means to be human.
Human?
Yes. It's that ever-charging, beautiful spark which I will never understand as an ever-constant stone. You, too, are ultimately human, trying to return to the place you must. And I was a fool for loving a human. I don't know how long we will stay together, but I pray that you will be happy until you die, and thereafter.
Thank you, Sekie.
Well, at least things ended amicably between you guys. Maybe that's why she fell in love with you to begin with, because you hadn't experienced love yet. You were very scientifically minded and not really a people person or socially inclined, and so you were kind of stone-like yourself in a way, and stayed that way for a long time. And then she realized, no, even the most stone-like human is still a human. And it was probably dumb of me to expect that you would stay the same forever. Well, that's good. I'm glad she didn't, I don't know, make his life a living hell towards the end and was like, I pray that you're happy when you die. He's like, thanks. Alright. Well, we're down in the depths, I guess. And our girl's maybe dead. I don't know what's going on with that.
By the time the lift arrived in the depths, my tears had dried. My throat, my head, my entire body hurt, but I was alive. Nobody had told me to come out, but I staggered towards the door like a puppet.
Ah, I figured you would be waiting. So...
Soxon was waiting alone at the station. He seemed a little confused, unsure how he was going to treat me.
I would be confused too.
The journey was long. You must be tired. Yup. For the time being, I will put you into a cell at our headquarters. I require time to consider what to do with you. Do as you like. I'm no longer a saint. Treat me like you treat the others. Like a criminal.
Hey, isn't that Saint Yune?
Oh my! So the rumors that he committed a crime were true.
On the way to the headquarters of the Hounds, people began to gather around us. It all happened earlier today. Rumors spread so fast. I looked up at the orange sky and saw the heights. I felt a longing, even though I knew that I would never return.
Committed a crime? What? So was he even really a saint then? So was he, like, conning us or something?
Hey, don't throw stones, you'll get hurt.
Yes. She's right. You shouldn't throw that stone if you don't want to get hurt.
You might not have that protection anymore.
I wasn't in any mood to warn him, though. You serious? He's a criminal now. I'll feel a lot better after this. That's such a dumb idea.
Smack. Yep, Stone's gone. I'm afraid you're just a normal human like the rest of us now. This is a dangerous situation.
Gah. The stone struck me on the cheek. It hurt a fair amount. Pain? I touched the spot it had struck. It felt damp. Blood was trickling from the scratched skin. Oh, I see. Sekie. I had refused Sekie's love, and so her protection had also disappeared. Why? Saint Yune is immortal, loved by God. We shouldn't be able to hurt him.
He was just conning us after all! Get him!
As I considered the situation, the people in the Sanctuary District began to lose control. One after another, they threw stones at me.
This isn't enough! Shame on you, monster!
Oh!
I love that. I love that. Oh gosh, Soxon is supposedly escorting him and is just like watching all this happen. Like, well, I mean, that's what will make them feel better. Who am I to do anything?
The man had punched me hard in the face, and I fell to the ground. The others were immediately upon me. Some of them punched me, others kicked me. They attacked me from all directions, letting out their anger and frustration on me. This is my punishment. I need to accept it. I can't avoid it. I have to forgive them. I can't hate them. I have to bear it. I have to bear it. I have to bear it. My body accepted the pain, but not death. Why? Sekie, I want to die. Is this still not enough? Give me peace. Make it stop. I was powerless, but my mind didn't fade even in the midst of their relentless, hateful attacks.
Somebody's enjoying this, I guess. Oh, Soxon, you had an opportunity here.
Through the crowd I saw Soxon, standing by without stopping the violence. He was smiling faintly.
I'm sure he's just wondering at the possibilities for himself. Ugh, Glissade. Bleh.
Are you there, Glissade? Yes. What is it? Oh my. Isn't that... the saint? Or not anymore, perhaps. This is Yune, your new toy. That doesn't sound nice. You have to call them criminals. It doesn't matter. Perhaps not to you. He is rather injured. Poor Saint Yune. With that, the man called Glissade lifted me onto the medical table.
Forgot how strong this guy is. Terrifying.
These injuries. A normal human would certainly have died from this. Glissade looked at me with pity again and began to shackle me to the table.
I can't believe this is where we are right now. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
You're a valuable research subject, but I wanted you uninjured. I didn't expect to hear that. I forgot what I had wanted to say. You should have stipulated that. I still don't see the issue. He's an abomination. He's not going to die. Yes, I suppose not. You're right. Glissade waited until Soxon had left and touched my hair. I'm conducting research into rebirth. As you can imagine, I've long been interested in your body. He ran his finger down my cheek, down my throat, and rested it on my chest. You're an important research subject, and I intend to spend a long time with you. He drew away and reached for an array of syringes. I wonder if someone immortal has different blood from ordinary human beings. This is so exciting. Ugh. The thick needle pierced my skin without mercy to draw out my blood. 1 needle, 2, 3. My punishment didn't end. Soxon had called me a toy, and now that seemed so very fitting. Oh. Even if they assault me or draw out all my blood, I can't die. I can't do anything lying here like this. Will it be easier if I give up? I had stopped seeing Sekie in my dreams, but I was still alive. When was the pain going to end? I gave up on dying. I gave up on becoming human again. I've become so weak. But there is one thing I haven't given up on.
Aw, Yune.
Cyrus. I've never given up on you. I wondered whether she was somewhere on the surface as well. Whether she was alive. I hoped she wasn't having a hard time. Oh. The pain is so much worse than the abuse. The pain in my body and in my heart, everything hurt. I was in agony, but I couldn't die. I wasn't allowed to die. I don't care what happens to me. They can have my blood, my flesh, whatever they want. Just someone. Please save her. Save Cyrus.
What? What?